For those of you who are being stripped from your health care insurance under the GOP's repeal and replacement plan, otherwise known as Trump Care, but more commonly known as the worst piece of legislation in history, Kellyanne Conway has some advice for you. Trump's little stooge says the best solution to those losing health care coverage is to shut up and get a job.
Medicaid is intended for the poor, the needy, and the sick. And what it's done is it's under Obamacare, it's expanded the Medicaid pool of people who, quote, qualified beyond that. So if you have an able-bodied American who, again, is not poor, sick, needy, we're not talking about the elderly who benefit, the children, the pregnant women, the disabled. If you're able-bodied and you would like to go and find employment and have employer-sponsored benefits, then you should be able to do that. And maybe you belong, as Secretary Price has made clear, maybe you belong in other places.
Wow, Kellyanne, seems like you got it all figured out, girl. Too bad you're a clueless dimwit, so let me help you out a little. Most Medicaid recipients work low-income jobs that don't offer health care insurance and that keep them near the poverty line, not because they're too lazy to find a job. In fact, Kaiser says that only 46% of employers offer health care coverage, and nearly 8 in 10 adults on Medicaid are in working families, which means 59% of adults on Medicaid are working, Kellyanne. Trump's swamp loves to ignore facts and keep Americans out of the loop. For instance, Kellyanne ignored the fact that the Senate health care bill only requires insurance companies to pay for 58% of costs. That means that low-income people get kicked off of Medicaid as a result of the Senate bill's $800 billion in cuts would be required to pay much more out of pocket for their health care, even if they can purchase private insurance.
Did a survey of all the research on this. 1,000 to 2,000 people will die if you cut 750,000 people from Medicaid. So that means you're killing 1,000 to 2,000, killing them. So that 400
That's
people.
the New England Journal of Medicine.
Yeah.
Came out and said that.
Yeah, they did a survey. Basically, people on Medicaid have better health care outcomes. So you have access to a doctor. They don't have to have catastrophic costs. They don't go bankrupt. This works.
Lying to your viewers about Medicaid cuts speaks volumes. Kellyanne Conway should be ashamed to be known as the propaganda network of Donald Trump. Americans deserve truth, but we can never get that from the Republican Party. The Trump mentality is to always blame the person, not their policies. So in other words, if you're one of the 23 million who are going to lose coverage under Trump Care, it's your own fault. No matter how much you're working your ass off, no matter how much you're providing for your family, no matter how much you're trying to survive. Don't expect Donald Trump and the Republican Party to care about your lack of health insurance because, you know what? They don't. It's your own fault because you can't find a better job. Sucks to suck, right? I'm Zara Shaddy, and this is Content.News, your destination for news that's always real.